The former Minister for Education under President Akufo-Addo, the second term, a friend no Honorable Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, na opese odane flag bearer on the ticket of NPP. Naturally say our aspirations say opese odane president ewo man way emuno. Wakwa kan sembi ama Ghana for atwomo ano esine so. In fact, scholars, academicians, I've seen a lot of people, bashing him. In some way, wakwa yewo podcast bi ewo Ghana has a friend Connected Minds podcast. Now, what's your Connected Mind podcast na young guy. Now, somewhere ya no waka Ghana for imbebunu no, you two omofo inyama ombeye na dachi omwedi ne omo mindset. It's more like changing the mindset of young Ghanaians. Na no na omokofa Dr. Yao Educhum ebaso. Na interview na ye Dr. Yao Educhum no. Wakwa kase tia courses bi ewo Ghana University ha. Na enkrofon se mo kan se dabi obi a wo ye education minister there. Yes, you don't discourage certain courses in this country. As an education minister, you are for education, so you should be for every single course. Na dia papa ya kwa koye yenye senya meka no. Academicians and scholars are all out and they are bashing him. Asembe no koko kan edien na academicians in so eka. If we follow me for a while now, I wouldn't say enkrofo a na wo mokasa metai pe omo reaction pa Martin Amidu. And then secondly, papa bi a friend Professor Kweku Asare, a friend Kweku Azar. Na otro nsemo a meni edi echirie. Inti ene me be read Professor Kweku Azar, the responser or day aba. And now first time we have share subscribe and click the notification bell so. Oya ne sa latest news bi aba wonsa ebeka me say oye bema misrew. Se oye bema ade ba kwa wo se oye hu adwuma ne se daachi bi. Menye na wonkonkonya problem with your sexual health. Me kano impinyimu misrew. Oye bema ade ba kwa every day. E wo se wo fa supplements ba kwa every day wo se wo fa beetroot capsules. Any maca root beetroot no ema moja die frusani ye. Ebeboa maca root nso ema o stamina de make no make asam mememu obeti ase ehu hia fre Nature Heals Herbal Shop na wo mouse supplements bi 0598003891. Now yen read it or say useless degrees. Professor Kweku Azar pushes back, calls Educhum's remarks misleading. Ediana Educhum kan or say legal scholar and governance expert Professor Kweku Azar has taken issue with, in fact it's not only him, say Imani Africa for Bright Simmons so muni na akasa me hu professors being so University of Ghana professors nkrofo bebre akasa but ye I say Professor Kweku Azar has taken issue with former education minister Dr. Yao Osei Educhum over remarks describing certain university programs as useless and degrees to nowhere, calling the comments unfortunate, inaccurate, and overly simplistic. Sadi we I am a taika Ghana for idea ba kon your problem ba ko pan say we like simplification or best simplify asem no. And then Professor Kweku Azar work because sometimes if you simplify certain issues you make it misleading. So see papa na nsemo a okoko kan ne say degrees bi wo Ghana ha useless. Or see in a Facebook post Professor Asare criticized Dr. Educhum's reported description of development studies at UDS. Into say uko UDS course bi wo wa your friend development studies. Oba University of Ghana so a course bi wo wa your friend BA education into brackets non-teaching. Or since our programs we ni na wo mo ye na useless. Asemu Educhum kan no. So ye Ghana ni now your course bi your friend BA education former education minister say useless. Uko UDS now your course bi your friend development studies former education minister says our course is ni na sankwas nyanse nim. I see Programs at the University of Ghana as courses that do not adequately prepare graduates for the job market. Also, the former minister made the comments on the Connected Minds podcast, sparking widespread debates online. Professor Asari argued that while universities must be accountable for graduate outcomes, no academic discipline should be dismissed as useless. He stressed that university programs are not solely designed to lead directly to specific jobs, but to build transferable competencies such as critical thinking, research, communication, policy analysis, project management, and problem solving. Listen, I'm not going to lie. Professor Kweku Azan Semu Awokan, Mamin Bonsem, he is right, and I'm going to explain so you understand. Emra na yenye wo university no yanti ase. But ye university no any ye TBB ase. You see, I remember, let me tell you a funny story. Emra ye ko University first. You know, ye ko University first. It was 2012, right? 2012. The first time ever. Me call primary tema, GSS tema, SS tema. Going to University was the first time I was on my own. And I was outside of tema. So the feeling, you know, it was nice. Now, make us say nicer. Other schools, other students, or my classmates were no money. But me class, or more many of my university, near bed 2 or 3 pe. The Charlie sometimes na me microphone nampana ana me nam hopa na me hu so obi free school fufuro bi we hu na danfo bi na nani age have say her. Nti ho na branch bi kan se bi branch bi ono na wenya University. But ne nam fofo na ba ho. Eya na schools ne basa na obi akona wo nkwa awo. Eya na eye se wabrabo abawiye. Nti branch no mpese obe fili se na brabo abawiye no so aba University hobi. Now so when you admission no, and I feel all catching in number phone say, hey, Charlie University na ko mama me course say me nhihye canopy kra na nka meyo. Just say enya course ni mpo na na nipa ko no wodwen ho. Say wa ba school na no na wodwen ho. Into tie Professor Kweku Asa nsem wo kan. There is a reality in that. But you not see that reality when you are in school. You only see that reality after school, after University, after university. Emra ni yeko University ni ma yeti asese me ye computer science ye ma yeti asese courses na ye no enye obia no be wi a wo be ye hu adwuma. Today I have people who did computer science, or I know people who did computer science who have ended up as, you know, maybe they've ended up in different fields. Or your computer science there nanso wende maybe you're a farmer, or your computer science there nanso wende in fact, most of my friends or more minimum, and I can speak. Na me wona fufu a ye course a friend biological science. And the juma omo bebre na no. It's not even related to biological science. I have friends who did physics. A juma ye is not related to that. Me wona fufu a ye maths. And the juma ye is not related to that. But they are able to work in a juma bia ye no nimyentia because embra womo ko school no. You know, they did in Yamabia a friend project management. They did in Yamabia a friend policy analysis. Adie be a friend communication. Because course be a wo ye be no. Yes, you are learning something specific to your course. But there is another indirect lesson be a wo from the university, because course be a wo ye be a yamamo ye project. Ye groupimo. You learn how to collaborate with people. And sometimes people get employment in a you may be enya womo course no enho adwuma no mo ye, but ye yomo orientation ni atro mo adwuma nani so. I hope you understand. So if you are in the school, you might think say oh uwie school a course na wo ye no ho adwuma na obeye after school, but dabi. Because aside or course idea you are learning certain traits, certain indirect traits bia ebe to miyama wa fiti wo bia. And that is exactly how even politics, my mentor, that's exactly even how politics work. Oya Ghana has a perfect example, Napo. Napo na oye doctor, medical doctor. But embra President Akufo-Addo an appointment no. An appointment as education minister. Napo, as far as we know, no ne field any education. But President Akufo-Addo first time an education ministry. President Akufo-Addo second time the energy ministry. Because they have gone to school and they've developed their mentality to the point where they will know how to, maneuver. Because they know certain things. They know how to manage people. So they'll know how to maneuver and then make sure they make the best out of that sector. And so Obia Waye politician like Dr. Duchum, he should know that. So you see the angle of Professor Azar or Difria whatever makes a lot of sense. Into him now a cause be a useless. You see, and I'm going to tell you, say the fact is that, especially in Ghana, the fact and they say in 400 ye cause be to say chemistry, right? Ewo KNUST. Okay, in 400 koye course be to say chemistry or KNUST. The fact is that just 20% of them and at the end of say omobe school no ombe ye juma in that field. And that is the truth. Be so bia ewo Ghana. E just say ebia courses for some courses like computer science and computer engineering, mostly people who are done with courses like that, they mostly end up doing something related to that. Okay, and obi kokoye computer science okay computer engineering and at least 70 or 80% they are in that field. And then now for computer science most of them they are in that computer science field, they are programming and all that. But some courses be to say chemistry, biology, and a lot of courses. Madam for our roommates or sociology and ejuma or your clearing agent ewo port any sociology but embrana or yes a sociology course no osia nyame bi osia senior ye ni nipa ye ejuma osia project management osia critical thinking and airborne wo na ejuma mu enti utie nsem na Professor Kweku Azar asem a work no. It's who your former education minister, you are supposed to know this. So babontina ba be rabeshi courses be say ane and the course be there nyanse nim course be a useless. Not just a work no embra na we minister of education and now we nim the wo ye. Intiana scholars ni bebre na wo mubuefu no because they understand the reality of life after school. They understand. You get me? I mean, I seriously understand that point. Also, he stressed that I've read that. Also, he noted that development studies graduates work across governments, NGOs, international organizations, development finance, consulting, and research. While BA education non-teaching graduates contribute to educational policy, curriculum development, administration, assessments, educational technology, human resource development, and public service. So according to him, the real challenge is ensuring universities equip students with skills aligned with evolving labor market demands, not attacking the legitimacy of entire disciplines. Listen, I'm not going to lie. I understand what Professor Azar is saying. I get his point. I understand him. Montreal mwaji wa comment box ni mo medasi. Ghana ni bia wutie me no book we eye asset ba ko a e wo se wo keep e wo fie. To book we ma wo ho, to ma wo ba, to ma obi biara osombo e wo wabrabo mu, wadamfo, obi a opese odiye wabrabo mu bia no, to sa book we your friend the Ghanaian investor. Na sa book we be show different forms of investment a obetumi aye e wo Ghana ha, licensed investments. The first one is a emergency fund. Book we bet show send you set up emergency fund. Abrabo aye boy bibia betumi ato. If you have an emergency fund, a beba na ba be save you. car betumi asɛ wɔ kwan so obetumi ayare oba betumi ayare ni na emergency fund no ebe take control of all those situations. Book no besan so atrew ade bia ye fe na endowment fund a obetumi dia protect wo ho any future. Na sa endowment fund no nyame mpengu okokonya accident na untumi nye adwuma bioma, it will take care of you for the rest of your life. Book no besan so atrew senya obe set up a personal pension fund. Nkrofo bebre eye adwuma wie equal retirement, or retirement, you are no more about betrayal. Or set up a personal pension fund. That will not be your case. Most importantly, book we betrayal how to invest in the Ghana Stock Exchange. Now, Ghana Stock Exchange investment, basically, it means you are buying ownership of Ghanaian companies. Now, Ghana Stock Exchange, it is one of the best performing markets in the whole world. A lot of people are making money from the Ghana Stock Exchange, but they don't know how to invest in it. Book we a better idea. Your investment be why a friend of mutual fund. Book we better how to invest in a mutual fund. Now, mutual fund, you don't need to be rich to invest in a mutual fund. I remember an example. You find say wa woba fresh. Now what per license mutual fund Ghana has say opesodi usikashim. Say to me invest 500 cedis every single month. A Ghanaian mutual fund moi. By the time I will be 19 years now I done a millionaire. You find say wa for CB we did 10. Ope said that she be ODA. Every month for 500 cedis a mutual fund boom emano. By the time I will bano and our fast no obedi 29 years now oye millionaire. One kasa utie me we di 40. Now so sha unye investment bia and no one say obey mutual fund every month for 500 cedis a shame. By the time obedi 59 years now when you 1 million Ghana cedis. Into mutual fund that is how it works. Small money every single month. By the time embre ebebano nesikano ayekese. Book we better sanya mani na. Sa ope book no ni PDF and ase ni tree video free. And I say what's happen number na ewo book ni so sisia. Na say we Ghana ni na wa brochure. Now pay hard copy of the book a very simple called Amazon. Now search for the Ghanaian investor. Place the order. Baby will be a best shape. Eddie Abreu. Medasi.